You rep the names, you play the games. Here's the latest on the My Player Nation standings as we approach the playoffs.
And this is a team that stands out. And a chance to check out the Bobcats' upcoming schedule. On Thursday, they'll be facing Kyrie Irving and the Chicago Bulls. Then on Monday, they'll be playing against Damian Lillard.
And, you know, nobody loves playing on the road, but it does offer a good chance to see exactly what your team is made of. This team is going to find out a lot about itself over the next stretch of games.
So the Bobcats starting five. DeMarcus Cousins out there with Smith. Then it's Karl Anthony Towns. Then it's DeAndre Ayton. And it's Randall in at the 4 slot. And for the Cavaliers, they've got Marc Gasol. Clint Capella is out there with Howard. Then there's Kawhi Leonard. And it's Beverly in at the 2. And here are the Bobcats now. The Cavaliers making the shot. And Capella sends it back. And the Cavaliers pushing it up now. Here's Gasol. The teardrop falls in. Two great pivot men tonight, Chris. The position has obviously changed over the last couple years. If you were playing now, you think you'd be more of a 4 or a 5?
You know, Kevin, I think I'd be a 3. I played the 4 and 5 in the NBA when I played, and I think I'd be a 3. Right now, you get to shoot, you get to take guys out on the wing. Defensively, though, I'd have to make sure I call for some help because laterally, you got to be able to move out there with those guys. But I think definitely it'd be the 3, 4, and 5 the way the game is evolved.
And you can bring the ball up. I've seen you do it. I know you could do it in this game as well.
Yeah, well, I tell you what, you have a lot more opportunity to do it in this game, and that's not a criticism. It's actually, I love the way the game is played now. It's a lot less hand-checking, more space, and when you play with guys like I did from the Peja Stojakovic's and all the great shooters, the Tracy Murrays, those guys, it's that much easier to play in space because the defense has to honor those guys, and if they space out, that means you may just have a wide-open lane to the basket.
Here is Howard, following the basket by DeMarcus Cousins. Leonard with the ball, now defended by Randall. Shot clock at 5. Beverly for 3. Drills the three-pointer. Beverly's got 5 points so far.
Wow, that was from deep. I mean, but Beverly is a gutsy player who loves draining these shots.
Knocked away. Stolen by Beverly. Inside. Can't hit that one. And Charlotte will go the other way with it. They are coming into this having notched a win against the Knicks in their last game.
And they did a super job of getting those extra opportunities. Offensive rebounds, 50-50 balls. Those possessions, I felt like were key. And the story here, Kevin, early on is how well they've shot the basketball.
The Cavaliers shooting their first free throw this game. The free throw good from Kawhi Leonard.
You know, there are differing opinions as to who the best defensive player in the league is, but no matter what, Kawhi is always in the discussion.
Now here's Towns. Turned in an outstanding game against New York. Gasol with the rebound. And here are the Cavaliers. They're on a 10-2 run here. And just like his brother Pau, Marc Gasol active in humanitarian causes.
I mean, we saw him volunteering on rescue boats in the Mediterranean. Mark doing his part, but also bringing attention to that humanitarian crisis.
Leonard against Towns. Now here's Cousins, guarded closely to the inside. Gasol with the steal. Pass to Beverly. Here's the floater. And the rejection by Cousins. 5-second differential between the shot clock and the game clock. Good work defensively by Capella.
Very aggressive defense to prevent the easy lay-in.
Here's Leonard. A chance there to push it to double digits, but it's off the mark. A fast break now for Charlotte. Smith's running. It's blocked.
And Beverly just goes all out on defense, which is what allows him to come up with these rejections.
Here's Capella. And so it's the home team in the driver's seat. All-star big man Karl Anthony Towns is hungry.
I want to be the best player who ever played. And
On his coaches, Greg, and teammates love hearing that.
And how can you not? I mean, that kind of drive is special. And with his tools and potential, hard to put a ceiling on just how good he can be.
And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And taking a look at the Cavaliers' performance here, what do you guys see?
What we saw in that first quarter, they won their matchups defensively.
Yeah, they really got after it. I mean, they made life extremely difficult for the shooters, which is why they hold this lead.
In a moment now to reset the lineups, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up for the second quarter of basketball. On the floor for Charlotte, Julius Randle is out there with Towns. Then there's Ayton. Then there's J.R. Smith, and it's Cousins in at the point guard. Al Gasol following the miss by J.R. Smith from deep. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Cousins. Bobcats on D. It's a 5-point game. Beverly against Smith. From downtown, and it's Patrick Beverly with the three. Beverly's got 8 points.
And Beverly just knows what to do in the pick and roll. So effective with both his passing and shooting ability.
Smith kicks to Cousins. Out to Smith. Pass to Ayton. 4 on the shot clock. A fadeaway, count it, and the Cavalier lead has been cut down to just 6 points with the basket from DeMarcus Cousins.
Oh, that's a good decision. Rise and fire. Cousins is a lethal mid-range shooter.
Now here's Leonard. Last time 45 points for him. Oh, Leonard in position. Takes the alley-oop pass and dunks it down.
Oh, phenomenal alley-oop slam there.
They are taking advantage of a team that looks lost out there. Cousins inside. He's covered by Leonard. Randle against Leonard. Here's Smith. Rebounded by Capella. The Cavaliers leading by 8.
Well, to me, Clint Capella is a classic center. I mean, I love his hands. Great footwork. I mean, he takes what is given to him. He plays inside, protects the rim. And if you throw it up, he'll finish it with authority.
Here's Randle, and Randle throws it down.
What I love about Randle is the power he plays with. He's an absolute force inside.
To the paint, here's Leonard. Whistle blows, bucket is good, and he'll have a chance at the line to make it a 3-point play. Now with Capella, that finishing and rebounding are key to his game.
Yeah, and he's only going to keep getting better, Kevin, which is a scary prospect for every other center in the NBA.
Now here's Cousins. He also had a big impact in that win against the Knicks. The kick out to Towns. Randle left side. And the pass to Smith. And he gets it to go from the corner. Smith's got 5 points now this quarter.
Now look at this. This is one of Smith's specialties. He has a quick release fire off the pass.
Leonard finds Gasol. Capella bounce pass. Here's Howard. It's rebounded by Charlotte. They can go 2 for 1.
It's about being smart right now.
There's 31 seconds left here in the second. Smith scanning the floor. Fires for 3. It's hauled in by Clint Capella. Capella's got his 4th rebound in this one. And here's Leonard. He's got 8. Pulls up, and he nails the jumper. Leonard's got the lead up to 9 now for the Cavs. Thank you, David, for that interview, and we'll see you back here after the break.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back to the Cavaliers. And, big fella, let's get your thoughts on the home team.
Well,
and that's...
And for those of you just tuning in, thanks for being with us. The second half of this game still to play. You have to like what we're seeing so far from Kawhi Leonard.
Man, he's been running wild on them through that first half. Absolute dynamite on offense.
And as they can't slow him down, you know what you do? You keep feeding them and feeding them and feeding them. This is the right game plan.
Marcus Saul is out there with Howard. Then there's Kawhi Leonard. Then it's Clint Capella. And it's Beverly in at the shooting guard position. When it comes to offensive rebounding, who does the best job of creating second chance opportunities now?
Oh, it's two names, Andre Drummond, Steven Adams. And the toughest part about it is, as a defender, you don't only have to worry about guarding your man, going over and helping, but then you have to worry about guys that are just hanging out in the rebound painted area, just waiting for their turn. And so it takes the wind out of you, it tires you out, but also your mental focus that game is all over the place, because no matter what you're doing, you always have to come back to the thought, oh no, now box out because this guy's a beast on the board.
And for the Bobcats, we've got DeMarcus Cousins. Julius Randle is out there with Karl Anthony Towns. And it's Smith, and it's Ayton in at the 5. Now Towns. Kawhi Leonard missing from long range. And Cousins throws it down.
And Cousins is a big body who knows just how to back down the D. When he has the room to throw it down, he does not hesitate for 1 second.
Now here's Beverly. 8 points for him. Capella finds Leonard. Out to the right wing. Deep 2 from Beverly. It's rebounded by Charlotte. Ayton's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Now Cousins. He's got 8. Smith outside. Takes a 3. Cavaliers with the rebound. Capella's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Here's Leonard. And the rejection by Cousins.
And the defensive Cousins making his presence known with the quick leaping ability which he uses to block shots.
Count it, good.
Important point there. Got him on a nice play, getting the ball inside and right to the bucket.
Now here's Beverly. That shot, no good. Excellent defense there from Smith. Last season, it seemed like Towns recommitted himself on the defensive end after facing some pretty significant criticism in that department.
You know, he looked like he was playing with a chip on his shoulder defensively. Towns has always had the capability to be a fantastic defender, and I'm really glad that he's focusing on that part of his game as an area to improve.
And so Cousins will bring it up for the Bobcats. Trailing here by 8. They get to take on the Bulls at Chicago after this one. And that game will be game 2 of 3 straight on the road. Beverly against Smith. Fires from 14. And Charlotte again with the bucket.
Oh, well, we know Smith is an accomplished shooter from mid-range. You can't let him get comfortable from this area.
Leonard kicks to Gasol. Pass to Howard. Beverly with the ball. Over Smith. Excellent defense there from Smith.
He's been off the mark, but somehow he hasn't held them back as a team.
Down low, Cousins. Charlotte moving the ball around. Smith kicks to Randle. Here's Towns. Over Beverly. Count it, and the Cavalier lead has been cut down to just 4 points in the bucket from Towns.
Well, they're getting stops, and they're attacking on the offensive end.
Now that's how you mount a comeback. They're not all the way back, but they're getting close.
The third quarter comes to a close. Cavaliers ahead, up 7. And do not go away, as we'll be back in just a few moments with the start of our 4th quarter coming up next. And while we can now, let's take a look at today's State Farm assist of the game.
And he sliced the D wide open with this feed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
No, it's quick decision making. You see a guy open, you can't hesitate. That's an outstanding play right there.
And with 3 quarters behind us, let's see what this 4th period holds in store for us. Patrick Beverley out there with Kawhi Leonard. Then there's Howard. And it's Marc Gasol. And it's Capella in at the center position. And it's Howard finishing it off.
This is the chemistry Howard has with his guys. Fantastic at realizing when to go for alley-oop.
Cousins, the pass to Towns. And here's Smith. Pass to Cousins. Now Smith. Fires the 3. It's rebounded by Leonard. The Cavaliers leading by 9. To the middle. Here's Beverley. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. J.R. Smith picks one up.
And Beverly's a guy who loves physical contact. He really tries his best to absorb the contact on the shots to draw these fouls.
He's perfect from the line this time. Chris, more and more we're seeing star players give their sneakers to fans at the end of games. Did you ever do that?
Oh, yeah, man. Especially when I was with Dada, I would give a pair of shoes away after every game.
Oh, great.
I really love doing it on the road. At home is really cool, but on the road is great because that's where you know that fan braved all those other fans and the elements to wear your jersey and to be the only one there, so you look for that kid. I used to look for the kid with the number 4 Weber jersey and be like, hey, kid, I know what you went through to wear that tonight. You make sure you go home with these bragging rights. Tell them these are fresh from the game when we beat your team, baby.
Yeah, that's a neat way to connect.
Yeah.
Cousins finds Towns. Over Gasol. Trying to get open is Randall. Count it, and the Cavalier lead has been cut down to 11 on the bucket from Towns. Gone a very strong 4 for 5 from 3-point land in the ball game. Outside Leonard. Passes it to Beverley. Outside Gasol. Back to Beverley. Here's the teardrop. Some solid defense from Ayton. Charlotte trails by 11. Towns dishes to Randall. And Randall throws it down.
And for a power forward, he can sure get up. I mean, because of that leaping ability, it kind of offsets his height disadvantage.
Leonard against Cousins. Leonard inside. And it's Ayton with the rebound. Ayton's got his 7th rebound here tonight. Smith kicks to Cousins. He feeds it to Towns. Over Gasol. Towns, no luck.
And the activity he shows around the rim is why he is such a respected defender.
Yeah, you can see why he's established that reputation. Strong understanding of how to defend at the rim.
The pass to Leonard. And he's good on the 3-ball.
No question as to which team gave the better effort tonight. A dominant performance and an outstanding win for the Cavaliers.
The sheer volume of 3-pointers was the deciding factor tonight, it seemed.
Yeah, they sink one and then do it again, and that strategy did work.
And now, for the year, this is going to take him to 7 wins.
Their movement is good, and they get the ball into the right hand. Now, usually he drops those in between jumpers. Hard work on the boards, a lot of competition for that one, but he's got the limp to be the first one, too.
6 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Gasol drives in, and Howard with the stuff.
They made the most of their opportunities, looking comfortable and locked in throughout the night.
And that's why they're in the driver's seat right now, looking to put this one away.
Pass to Towns. The shot will not fall. Some solid defense from Gasol. We see the Cavaliers get the win here. David, thank you.